Okay. I want to make a part 5. Ah, how many grandmothers do we have really in this world? I mean, I have my grandmother, you have your grandmother. Imagine that I have 7 children with 7 different men. All the 7 children are grandchild to my mother and grandchild to my father. But all 7 of them, on the other side, they have different grandmother and grandfather, grandmother, grandfather, grandmother, grandfather, grandmother, grandfather, grandmother, grandfather, grandmother. So 14 on the other side, plus 2 over here. Seven fathers plus 14 grandmother and grandfather connected to me alone. How is it possible? But back to the subject, just because these days people forget, they normally break up. In some situation, you have some women who end up having a lot of children by different men, because every time when they're in love, it feels the same. But to you, the mother, the children are all your children. You don't care if they have 10 fathers or not. Back to the school. Who is the mother? Who's the child? If I am the only woman who sits over here, and I was the Mary, or you was the woman, you are the Mary, opposite me, and then you get pregnant, you have a daughter, because we know Mary exists, but we never know who's the mother of Mary. I mean, that's all the Bible say. I mean, there were a lot of other people that exist, right? But Mary have a baby, and there was all these people around. So who was the mother of Mary? I mean, if people were having sex, making children, that means God has been having fun in the other people before God had fun with Mary. If Jesus Christ was not the only child in the world, Mary get pregnant by the Holy Spirit. He came to die for our sin. I know that a lot of people who are driven by energy, and the energy inside their eyes is trying to tell them someone is insulting your Jesus Christ or your Prophet Muhammad or your Buddha. It takes the sex in the bedroom to build you the face what you have. It's not Buddha, it's not Jesus, it's not Prophet Muhammad. Because Jesus was a child, Buddha was a child, and Prophet Muhammad was a child. But where I'm going with this subject is, if a woman who's standing inside of her, because the deceiving part, when the consciousness want to make a baby inside of the stomach, it has to look like it's because of the boy who came out of the woman. That's why it happened. When a woman don't have sex with a guy, you never get pregnant. But we all know the story about Mary. He have a child without being pregnant by a man. How can the liquid turned to a whole fresh baby that was the woman in the first place. Let's just sit there. The woman that is standing was the little baby, complete, right? People, I'm heading somewhere. I already gave 176 consciousness. That's how I can put it. It takes consciousness to make the feeling that people call orgasm. I gave 176. So, if the woman who grew up to be the big girl and the little baby boy that grew up, there's nothing coming inside the man. It's just a little tiny baby that cannot get pregnant. When the little boy that is only a tiny little baby grow up, and the little girl that is very tiny grow up, and when they get inside the bedroom, they have sex. And now the little boy is the father, right? But where does the little baby come from? Is it not the little baby before grew up to be the big woman that popped the same little baby out? You understand what I mean, people? I post video similar to this, but this is different. Listen good. When a woman who came out of the vagina with her head and come out complete. When a little boy that came out of the same vagina and come out complete. It's not the father who goes in there and come out, but the father was like that little boy. But the only thing is, this woman over here popped the boy out. The other woman over there popped the girl out. Okay, they're stranger, two stranger. But why, when the little baby is little, cannot get the other little baby pregnant? The only thing they need is food. Picture the tiniest baby vagina and the tiniest baby boy dick. What are they doing being the big dick and the big vagina? Are you understand, people? If there was a big dick and big vagina and that tiny little baby that is there, what's the difference? If the big dick and the big vagina make the little tiny baby, why do we think when that tiny little boy and tiny little girl grow up, they are the ones who are making the children, when the ones who are making the children, the machine was already there? The only thing is, it's just the body of the tiny little boy and tiny little girl climb up to take over. But you see their face, but you forget the face where they come from. You forget the face that disguised to be the little one. You forget that the big face actually pop out the little face that was the little that grew up and then pop it out again. So if the big one take care of the little one, the big one get old and the little one is taking care of the big one is dead and the little one pop out again, another little one, and taking care of that little one, who is dead and who is still alive? Anybody there? I mean, inside your mind. Your mother 500 years ago didn't exist, right? Who exists before? You ever check who exists? Your great-great-grandmother. Sometimes you need to really sit down and say, take a paper, my mother's mother and my mother's mother. Don't go to your father's mother, no. Go to your mother's mother's. Your mother's mother, your mother's mother, your mother's mother make the son. Your mother, your mother, your mother make the son. Are you feeling me, people? Check on the mother side that make the son that become the sperm bank. Understand? My mother and her mother and my mother, if you count grandmother, then you get lost. No. Take it back in time. Put yourself inside your mother vagina, return, and let your mother go inside her mother vagina, return, and let the other mother go inside the other vagina, return. Everybody return back. Where would you find the father? Puts the boy back inside the mother, and then puts the other sister back inside the mother, and put everyone back. Is there any husband there? Or just ladies? My grandmother 200 years ago, she was 20 years old. 20 years later, that was my mother. And my mother 20 years later, that was my other mother. 20 years later, my other mother. If a woman have one child, it's easy. But when you have 5 or 6 children, there is the problem. When you have 5 daughters, you make a copy of yourself 5 times. They go to the school, they read the same book, they think the same way. What's different when a child 2 years old go to the school and then 3 years later the other sister go back to the same school to read everything what the other one was reading? Only you was there before, and I'm coming where you already went. So, again, if the mothers are the little child in the wall, but the mother that was the child is always not going to stay a child, they're going to grow up. How can the child be dead when the child is the mother? How can the mother be dead when the mother is the child? Only the deceiving is the face. You look different. You look different. You look different. You look different. But 500 years ago, let's check the graveyards. And let's look for all the grandchildren and the great-great-great-great-grandchildren. I mean, we all been popping out and popping out and popping. But boys and girls, in the stomach, pop out. You're standing, boom, there I am. And the other one pop out. Oh yeah, here I am. Pop the other one 9 months. 9 months apart. Pop the other one. Foot complete, head complete, dick complete. Mother come out there. Future mother there, sister there, auntie. But they're all mothers. The school book was there before the bodies. The last 200 years. The job was there. The money was there.